Hi guys, welcome back. This is episode 8. These are the contents we'll see in this episode. First, we are going to discuss verbs, then we'll see etymology of the root word simule, then we'll discuss some 10 important words, then we'll see these three commonly confused words. Then we'll see a usage, we'll see which of these is correct, which of these is correct. Then we'll see some Japanese based foreign terms, then we'll see carry as phrasal verb, then we are going to learn some more phobias. So let's start. So a verb is a word which tells something about a person or a thing. So a verb tells us what a person or thing does. Like in this example, John smiles. So John smiles, that's the thing he does. What is done to a person or a thing? Bree is punished. So she is being punished. So that is the thing. Punishment is the thing which is being done to her. What a person or thing is. The dog is alive. A verb may have more than one word. So in these two examples, the boys were singing. So were singing are both verbs, and she has learned her lesson. Has and learned are both verbs. Consider these two sentences. Yeah, transitive and intransitive verbs. So to understand what are they, consider these two sentences. The man kicks the ball and the girl laughs loudly. So transitive, which means passing over, the action by the verb kicks. In this example, verb kicks passes over from the subject, man is the subject, since he kicks, he performs an action, to the object ball. Hence the verb kicks is a transitive verb. Now intransitive, which means not passing over, the action, the verb laughs stops with the subject girl. So girl is the subject since she is the one we are talking about and does not pass over to any object. The verb laughs is an intransitive verb. So if it's passing over something to an object, something to an object, then it's a transitive, otherwise it's an intransitive verb. Most transitive verbs take a single object. So but verbs like give, ask, offer, promise take two objects. Now there is an indirect object and there's a direct object. An indirect object which denotes the person to whom something is done, and the direct object which is usually the name of something. Most of the verbs can be used as both as transitive or as intransitive verbs. So consider these two examples. So the rats fought the cat. In this sentence, fought is a transitive verb. The rats fought the cat. So the action is fought verb is passing something to the cat. But it can also be used as intransitive. So if we consider the sentence she does not fight, fight verb is intransitive because it's not passing anything to any object. Similarly, these two sentences, the dog bit the man is a transitive. In this sentence, bit is a transitive verb, and the dog never bites. In this case, bites is an intransitive verb. Okay. Verbs like come, go, fall, sleep, lie denote actions which cannot be done to anything, and hence such verbs can never be used transitively. So consider the example, the boy killed himself. There's a typo over here, sorry for that. The boy killed himself, where the subject and object both refer to the same person. The verb is said to be used reflexively. Sometimes the object is not expressed while using the verb reflexively. So consider these two sentences, keep quiet. So in this sentence, the object yourself is not expressed. The Indians feed mainly on rice. So in this example as well, themselves, which is an object, is not expressed. Some verbs can be used reflexively as well as ordinary verbs. So consider these two sentences. They enjoy themselves sitting alone. So in this case, enjoy is being used reflexively, whereas in the second sentence, he enjoys good food. Enjoy is not being used reflexively. Okay, now the etymology of root word simule. The simul has Latin origin, and simule also has Latin origin. The simul comes from the word similis, which means like, and simule comes from the word simile, which means to make like. And these are the words which we derive. First is assimilate, it's a verb. It means to absorb or to understand. Second word is simile, which is a noun. It's a figure of speech that makes a point of comparison between two things. Third word is simulacrum. It's a noun. It's an image or representation for something. And the fourth word, simulate verb, it means to make a realistic imitation of something. So you might have come across this word a lot of times. Simulate and simulation are related words. Now 10 important words. First is anecdote. It's a noun. It means a short revealing incident. Like John told an anecdote about so and so person. So it could be a childhood memory or any incident. Second word is anguish, which is a noun. It means agonizing mental or physical pain. Consider this example. She had never gotten used to the anguish of accident victims. Third word is animosity. It's a noun. It means resentment. The contestants felt great animosity toward each other. Anomaly, noun. It means a deviation. His good behavior is an anomaly. Okay, next word, antecedent, noun. Something or someone that went before. So your parents are your antecedents. Next word is antipathy. It's a noun. It means dislike. I feel antipathy toward chicken. Antithesis is a noun. It means opposite. John is antithesis of Brie. Next word is apartheid. It's a noun. It's the policy of racial segregation in the Republic of South Africa. This word can be used in the context of education. So educational apartheid. Next word is apathy, which is a noun. It means lack of feeling. He was entirely apathetic. Next word is aphorism. It's a noun. It means a proverb. She was fond of aphorisms. Okay, moving on. Commonly confused words: amiable, amicable, and amenable. Amiable means lovable, friendly, and this word is used for persons. For example, an amiable guide or an amiable teacher. Next word is amicable. It means not hostile. It is used for arrangements and settlements. So consider a couple which has been divorced. So they are not hostile. They get their arrangements done. For example, an amicable agreement between a couple. So this couple can be divorced. Next word is amenable, which means agreeable. It is used for persons. So the boss was amenable to the demands of his subordinates. Okay, so consider the sentence: none of the women was or none of the women were arrested. Okay, so the correct forms are none of the women were arrested and none of your answers are right. So the plural has been used because in this context, none of your woman is a plural. Similarly, in this context, none of your answers is plural. So if none is followed by a prepositional phrase containing a singular noun, singular verb is used, otherwise a plural verb. So none of your work is acceptable. When none is used without a prepositional phrase, use the verb according to the meaning. So you can say none were here if you are going to say none of them were here. Or you can also say none is used if you mean to say none of the money or none of the food is used. Okay, some more Japanese-based foreign terms. First is Shinto. It's a Japanese religion. Next word is shogun. It's a hereditary commander-in-chief of the Japanese army till 1867. A sumo is a type of wrestler. Zaibatsu is a powerful business enterprise or association. Okay, now the carry as a phrasal verb. So first is carry out, which means to execute. Example would be, he did not want to carry out my orders. So he did not want to execute or perform my orders. Second is carried away, which means losing self-control. She got carried away after her failure in exams. So she lost her control after she failed in the exams. Next is carry on, which means manage. I have to carry on the operations in the absence of my boss. That means I have to manage all the stuff in the absence of my boss. Carried off means killed. They were carried off by the storms. They were killed by the storm. Now some phobias. The phobia of aeroplane is aerophobia or pterophobia. The fear of animals is zoophobia. The fear of bees is aphiophobia or melissophobia. Fear of birds or nithophobia. Fear of birds, hemophobia or hematophobia. Fear of bridges is gephyrophobia. And the fear of being buried alive is taphophobia. If you are getting confused, you can pause the video and have a look at these words again. Okay, guys, this was it for this episode. I hope you liked the video. See you on the next episode. Thanks for watching and please subscribe to my channel.